Hi, we're looking at Autodesk ReCap. This is a desktop application that can read point cloud information. It can be used to trim the point cloud so it can be brought into programs such as Revit. It's included in the Autodesk 2014 suites, as well as your Autodesk ReCap Studio. With access through your Autodesk 360 account, you can use ReCap Photo. Using the power of cloud computing, this helps users create high-resolution textured 3D models from photographs. Please note this is a free trial on the Autodesk 360 account for a limited period only. After that period, you'll have to use your cloud credits. The ReCap engine is built into all the 2014 products. Right, let's have a look at what ReCap is. So I've opened ReCap already, you can see it on screen. So this is what you'll see when you open up the program. And now if I click on New Project, select Scans from File, and here's a few I've got already. So I can pick all of them, I can pick one or two, I can pick whichever ones I want. If I click Open, that will then open them all up inside the project, but I can then actually turn off some ones that I don't need if I wanted to from here by clicking the X here. Now if I click Next, it's going to load them in. And you can see here, now if I just pull out with my mouse here, you can see there's the building. Okay, nice and easy. So we can obviously pan around. Okay, like so. We can just go inside if we wanted to. Just going to pan around a bit further. Okay, and you can see the actual quality is a lot better than what you would find before. Most of the point clouds were quite grainy and very low quality. Obviously now in the Autodesk products you can see that every point cloud that you load in, you can actually use better quality point clouds now, and it will hold a bit more data. It's easier to use. You'll find it's not as difficult panning around inside them. Now the great thing about ReCap is this here is what you can use to actually adjust your point cloud in size, for example, so you can actually bring in what you want and what you don't want. So first of all, what we can do, we can adjust some of the settings. So if I go to the home over here, across to my preferences, okay, so first click my preferences, you can look at the coordinate systems and things like that. We do have a few other things you can obviously change in as well for memory use and things. Now if I just click OK, we can also look at the color mode. So for example, if we change it to elevation, it's obviously changing it into the yellows and the reds and the greeny colour. We've got the intensity, okay, normal, and scan location. Okay, I'll just switch that back to where it was, that's better. We can also look at point display. Okay, now what this is going to do is adjust the size and intensity of the actual points. So you can see here, as I move up the scale, the size of the points get larger and the quality of the image is not as good. Okay, so we'll just switch that back. Okay, let's take it back to 2. Okay, we can even switch the scan locations on. So if I do that, you can see here, you know, around it's got the actual tag on for them. If I use my view cube, okay, I'm just going to switch from above. You see here, it's actually tagged them individually. Okay, so it's done it all for me. That's very nice, isn't it? Okay, so if I just scroll back into the building, hopefully we can get similar to where I was before. Okay, so let's go back in. Come on, just about where I want it. Okay, I'm just going to turn off my locations. Okay, right. Other tools we have, obviously we can draw a box around it, similar to AutoCAD, to Revit, sorry, where you can actually use the box outside so you can drag it back and forth. Okay, and we can obviously click on here, and it's got all the scan locations, so we can actually select one and it'll highlight some for us so we can actually go to them. We can also look at measuring, you know, a distance from somewhere. So if I click on the distance here, if I click on this column and then this wall, it's going to put a figure on for me. Okay, I can also do from faces. So you can see here it's actually picking a face. So for example, I pick that face, I come over here and pick that face. Okay, so I'm going to select the faces. so you can see. Another great tool is obviously we can do by window. So for example, if I just go above, like so, I'm going to come down here. Now it's probably a good place because I know where I am here. If I select the window, okay, and I want either a rectangular window or we can do a fence, so obviously we can do any shape we want. If I pick the window, I'm just going to left click on the screen here and drag across. Okay, so it may be that I do not want the rest of the building, I just want that area to show in the view here. So I can then go into here, I can crop the inside, so I can cut the inside view out or the outside. Now if I select the outside, just like so, what I'll do, I'll obviously crop that area now for me. Okay, and you'll see the rest of the point cloud has disappeared. Okay, still there, it's just cropped it out for me at the moment. So you can see there, we've got that. So what we can do, we can go to the home and we could export that out. Obviously that would now take our file size down of the actual point cloud, which we can load into Revit.